And somehow I'm still less angry than I was at the end of AI Somnium Files. Speed run!
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. As Stanley lifted his bucket, he felt a connection to all buckets everywhere. This adventure, he decided, was for all of them. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back, and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door. Oh, good Stanley, I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
Dang it, you were supposed to start talking.
You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da.
Now, this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Yes, it's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up. Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer. I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me, it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
Joke's on you. I sent the original bucket to space.
What the Bucket Destroyer does?
Does it
Surely
sing?
you don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready. Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The Broom Closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
I tried.
The Bucket Destroyer, my prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
I think that's all the endings. Yes. Should I quit out before doing the epilogue, just in case? To give me the maximum amount of time? Oh. Did you know you could ride the elevator epilogue before the between the boss's office and the mind control? Oh yeah, I completely forgot to do that. No, I saw that somewhere and then I forgot to do it. Ooh. Oh, we've been here. Yeah, because presumably hundreds of years have passed somehow. Even though that doesn't make sense, like, Stanley would be dead. Let's collect the sun. What's the memory zone? The bucket? Hang on. Can I do the... Can you do the ending twice? The epilogue twice, I mean. We got pretty close. Jim.
Jim.
Sorry, I could be reading this out loud. It's clear that more Stanley Parable is just not what the fans want. We read the press release. We thought we'd had the vision the series players would be excited about, yet it turns out it could not be farther from the truth. The press release goes on to promise to preserve the artistic integrity of the original game and to stop assaulting fans with our reckless and insulting creative visions. The word sorry appears more than 25 times in the press release. Get on the green. Is this where we came from? 25 times. We're listening. Oh, no. Our figurines. Thank you for enjoying the new content. Let's go to a portal. Hello again. It's nice to see you. It's terrible to learn that there will never be another Stanley Parable game. Did you read what the developers said? Preserve the integrity of the franchise. What nonsense. The Stanley Parable is not sacred. We do not need to protect it. Screw the legacy. Let's keep making Stanley Parable games till the sun explodes. Let's run this franchise into the ground. Let's drag it through the mud and back. And if people hate it, who cares? You see, that was the narrator's problem. He was so obsessed with what people thought of his work. Don't make his mistake. Don't cling to the legacy. Let it burn. It's not hard. In fact, let me show you. Together we're going to make the Stanley Parable 3. It's simple. All we do is change the number in the game's title screen. We also need a really dumb subtitle for the game. Something loud and gaudy. Go ahead. Try combining some random words together to make a new title for our game. It's the Stanley Parable 3. Chemicals is funnier, but my brain wants me to do sunshine. The original moon. No. Train station. Chemicals. Stanley Parable 3. Wacky chemicals. No. The original sunshine. Let's go pretentious. I shall hydrate. The Stanley Parable 3. The original sunshine. It's absurd. I love it. Every time you restart the game, we'll advance the number of sequel by 1, and we'll pick a new subtitle. That way the Stanley Parable will never end. And nothing in the game itself will change when you do this either. Adding more content sounds like work. No need to do that. It'll be the same content recycled again, and again, and again with a new title screen. What do you say? Should we go forward with this plan? I like it, but I want you to have a say as well. Let's do it! Good, then it's agreed. New sequel every time you start the game. And you know what? Since you put faith in my idea, I feel like giving you something as well. You see, I'm noticing that the narrator never found a way to give you the broken achievement, did he? Of course not. I wouldn't expect him to know. It's been bothering me. Let's fix this. Right there. The achievement machine is all fixed. You see, I'm on your side. We're in this together. We're going to keep this train rolling. The Stanley parable cannot end. It can only spiral in on itself forever. Farewell, well-spoken rambler. Thank you for joining me. I must keep the wheel turning. I'm ready. Are you ready? Great. There's only one last thing we need to do. Please enter the current time. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. Thank you. Please enjoy the Stanley parable. I'm glad you're here as well, Screams. The Stanley Parable 3. The original Sunshine. I mean, I guess I'm just going to quit out the game.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was...
So I believe we're just quitting.
All his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. What new mysteries lay in store for our bucket-loving heroes today? Let's find out. Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Because we might still be in an ending. Like, we definitely didn't bring the bucket with us to the new content before. Oh, I've got to get the achievement machine, don't I?
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Wait, Stanley, I've just now realized. That bucket you're holding, it's the bucket I've been working on for the sequel. How did you get your hands on it? Isn't this the preview to the sequel? How do you have the bucket already? This makes no sense at all. Hold on. Did I already show you my ideas for the sequel? I don't remember doing that at all. You're seeing things all out of order.
The jump is already used up.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle. The infinite hole, the giant door. Did you see them already? Stanley, none of them are ready yet. I'm still developing them. They're not even close to finished. How did they look when you saw them? Were they captivating? Were they exciting? Did they fulfill on the promise of everything that a sequel to Stanley Parable could possibly be? Had I figured out how the hell to make a sequel to this game? Wait, if you're still carrying the bucket around with you, if the bucket is interesting to you, that means I must have made it correctly. Yes. You carrying the bucket with you everywhere is exactly what I set out to accomplish. The bucket is the exciting and captivating new content that I promised. I did it! I win! I made a sequel to the Stanley Parable. Yes, the sign is correct. Thank you for enjoying the new content. Thank you for taking the bucket everywhere with you, clinging tightly to the bucket, never letting it go. It means I've won. It means I am victorious over the gamers. It is a sweet salve of victory on my soul. Thank you for enjoying the new content. The bucket is the Stanley Parable now. They are one and the same. There is no Stanley Parable without the bucket. I win, 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 I win.
Right. I think we need a new game. Let's see what this does. Right, the Stanley Parable 4. I'll go with another pretentious one. The last ever choice.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked...
I'm going to assume this is always the same.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps... Now this, Stanley thought to himself, this is a bucket. And indeed it was. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he... Stanley, we must move...
I think it's time for a new game. Stanley Parable 5. Liquid Pirate.
This is the story of a... All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Finally, yes, the bucket. Yes, 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 I love that bucket.
Let's get that achievement.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh, buddy, we're on Stanley Parable 5.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy mess. Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Right. Oh, I've already got... We'll get the achievement first, then see what the bucket does. How do we get the achievement? I think it's... this.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Oh, I've done the epilogue. Well, you know what? I never did the settings world champion. Let's try and do that first. Okay, so I think I have to go into the settings and, okay, 72. I think I have... Oh. Might take a while. I'm out to make it smaller. 80. Oh, definitely don't click those. Okay. I will be the settings.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
I will be the settings world champion.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Right. Compelling content right here. I don't know how to get it. Let's get the free achievement then. It just works.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement... As you can see, the machine is not working yet since... What? Wait. What in the holy hell is going on? You got the achievement? Why did the machine work? Stanley, I didn't fix it. I didn't do anything to it. I swear, it was broken just a second ago. Who fixed it? Is someone here? Are we being watched? Oh, God. Composure, composure. Yes, as you can see, the machine is working as normal, as I intended. It truly speaks to the awe-inspiring magic of the Stanley Parable 2. Breathe. Just breathe.
Cool. Let's get the bucket. Did I actually get the achievement? Hang on. Okay, yeah, I just got the test achievement, but I still haven't got the settings achievement. Yeah. Set all the settings sliders. Oh, I did. Oh, I've got to speedrun it. Okay, that's not important. Go back into the game. Yeah, I checked. I've already got that achievement. I just didn't notice. But I can't open that door, apparently.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
The bucket one. Because I'm carrying a bucket already. When I can find out where that is. A reassurance bucket. Oh, I guess we'd be putting it back.
Wait, there are 2 buckets here. How did you get a second bucket? Oh no, the warmth and comfort of a single bucket is already so great, so intoxicatingly wonderful. With 2 buckets, there's no telling. Stanley, can you still hear me? Are you with me? Stanley! Oh, thank God, I didn't lose you. Stanley, the power of 2 buckets was too much. I had to destroy both of them. I know how much the bucket meant to you, but I couldn't take the risk. I hope one day you can forgive me.
Oh, but I didn't look at the other things. I should have probably done that last. Because I could have brought the bucket down the hole. I'll tell you what, I'll turn the game off and on again.